What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week number 6 in our Tennessee Titans franchise, where the Titans picked up their second loss of the season to the Miami Dolphins. Things did not go the Titans' way. Our running game could not get going at all, and our defense was just atrocious. Now, on the plus side of things, Mariota and Dorial Green-Beckham had incredible chemistry. They really were looking good together, and that is a sign of things to come. But we still have a lot of things we need to figure out moving forward into the rest of this season. Next up, we have the 1-5 Falcons. They're not doing all that great this year, but this is still a team with Matt Ryan, and they are capable of putting up points in a hurry. And when our defense has looked the way they have at times this season, it could easily be a tough game for us. Moving forward, I've already done the game prep this week. Again, just putting time into Mariota doesn't help a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Let's go ahead and do some manually progress some players here. Let's see if we have anything to do. Dorial Green-Beckham, I like it. His catching's okay. Let's see, what can we work on here? Awareness is always going to be important. It's very, very important in every situation of the game. And unless I'm using a player the entire time, that stat needs to be higher. And with Dorial Green-Beckham coming through lately, we definitely need to work on the deep throw accuracy, as that's going to be a huge weapon for us moving forward later on into the season. Let's go ahead and probably auto progress the rest of the players here and then get into some scouting. We have a lot of stuff that we need to do, and it starts today. You know, we're still focusing on this defense, guys. We need to improve the defense. I feel okay with what we have offensively moving forward. It's not where I want it to be, obviously, but I feel pretty comfortable with at least a few of the players there. On the flip side of things, defensively is where I need to keep an eye on players. Now, somebody told me, and I didn't even realize this, if I hit triangle, we can add a player to the watch list. So if we do find a steal, that's definitely an option in terms of potentially finding some steals later on. Whoops. Okay, this guy has good hit power. Projected in the 4th round, right where he's at anyway. Strong safety. All right, we have a few first-round players here. This guy was actually a draft story. Let's see what he has here. And he was a playmaker in the draft story. They say he's a first-round talent. Looking at his skills, doesn't seem like a first-round talent. And that kind of makes me think this is actually just a very weak draft. Because if you look right here, look at this. B+ hit power, C+ pursuit, C coverage. And they're saying that he is a 4th round talent, where this guy's a 1st round talent. I don't know. This guy's combine must be incredible. We know he has playmaking skills. It's something to kind of keep an eye on as we move forward. This is another 1st round talent. I definitely feel a little bit more comfortable with this guy. Now, he doesn't have pursuit, but he has good zone coverage and good man coverage, at least decent. Probably not where I want it to be for a starter, at least not yet, but that's something that could always be improved on. Hit power, the ability to force fumbles, definitely good, and has better zone coverage than the previous two, and decent pursuit. So this guy is actually probably the best that we have found right here, and that might be somebody, since I haven't added a player to the watch list yet, that seems like a good choice to start off with. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Not a whole lot. We can scout one more player's first power. And again, we're just going to continue to scout defensive players. I think once we get to the combine results and everything, it's really going to give us more of an idea of who we want to get. Because I haven't really been too impressed by anybody yet. Somebody wanted me to look at the trade offers for Kendall Wright. I think it's probably best that we hold on to him. They've kind of changed around each week. In fact, we have a 3rd round pick offer from the Raiders here. That's intriguing. Let's go ahead and check out the Raiders line. The Raiders record. We know the Dolphins have a decent record. We can check out the Eagles record as well as the Colts. So some of the 3rd round pick options here, we can do that. Ultimately, I don't know that I really feel like trading him at this point. I don't know. He could be a very good player for us moving forward. You know, he's still young. He fits in with the youth of this team as well. So it's something to kind of still think about. Let's go ahead and check out again. Oh, I guess I could flip it off this way, flip it over. Yeah, I think we're going to hold on to him right now. Maybe we can trade him next year if we feel the need to. I don't know. Sliders, one thing I want to adjust on the sliders is we struggled to run it way more than I was anticipating to. We moved it down 5 last time. Let's just move it up 2 this time. Now, part of that could have been because we were playing an incredible defensive line. So actually, we'll just move it up 1. We're only going to move it up 1 and kind of see how that changes things, if it does change things at all. The Dolphins have a great defensive line, so it kind of makes sense that we are struggling to run. The Jaguars continue to run away with the division right now. That is just bizarre. Not something I anticipated at all. Draft stories. Pretty sure we've already read that draft story. So next up, we have the lineup, or not the lineup, the uniform. Our uniform for the Columbus Aviators. I'm really excited. So this is our first option. Ohio State for life. Reminds me a little of the Rams. I like it. These are pretty nice. I'd vote for them. Seems like the uniforms are the best of the bunch. Now, one thing I'm going to say is Columbus is actually the biggest city in Ohio. I did not know that. So, you know, Cleveland and Cincinnati might have their teams, but Columbus, we can bring some fans here, guys. We can make it work. Not to mention, Ohio State's located in Columbus. And so if we get any Ohio State players, you know, we got that hometown support right off the bat. So that's something to keep consider as well. Best choice by far. I love the simple, clean design. I love these uniforms. Love the black helmets. Great number, font, and color scheme. Man, these all black helmets for home is tight. Oh, the all black look for home is tight. Okay, this one is the favorite from the fans. I might prefer this one, but we need to get fans coming. We need to keep our fans happy. You know, we just made a huge move by leaving Tennessee, so we're going to listen to the fans here, even though I might like the first one better. I don't know. I like these a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think they're pretty cool. So let's go ahead and pick this. And we got our uniforms, the Columbus Aviators. Man, I'm really excited. I think we are going to have a good time making this dynasty up, guys. And, you know, one thing I said in the other video, and I said it in that video because I know more people watch the game videos, is there's a lot of people having issues with their connected franchises where they are shutting down, they're not reloading. And Madden, I guess, has informed people to wait in terms of starting a franchise until they release a patch. I have not had any game-breaking issues yet, and if I don't, we're just going to continue to roll with it. All we can do is hope for the best. If we do have a game-breaking issue, that would really suck, but we'll pretty much be starting on the same page as everybody else in terms of starting a franchise. I definitely don't want that to happen. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If it does, Sneaky Nation will rise above it, man. We'll be all right. We'll just start over if we have to. And build a better team, you know. Things can always change. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll be okay, though, moving forward. Stats, let's check out the weekly awards here. See what we got going on, and then we'll probably check out our division awards. Cam Newton, 21 of 28, 278 yards, 4 touchdown passes. He also ran for a touchdown with 72 yards there. Ray McDonald, 6 tackles, 4 sacks for the moron here. I call him that because the guy just unbelievable the mistakes he's made. But he's still with the Bears in this game, and he is playing well for him. Jason Verrett, 6 tackles and 2 interceptions for him. And then Roethlisberger, 29 of 39, 409 yards, 4 passing touchdowns for him. That is a monster game as well. Let's go ahead and check out the stats for the division here, see what we got going on. And again, we have some players who have played limited action. That doesn't really count. So if we go down here, Mariota's still leading the way with quarterback rating, 106.4, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Blake Bortles, nearly 1,500 yards here, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for him. Andrew Luck, 1,600 yards, 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He is not having a good season. I don't know what is going on in Indianapolis, but he is struggling right now. And then Ryan Mallett, almost 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for him. Bishop Sinke leading the way with 580 yards, 4.8 yards a carry. Frank Gore, number 2 on this list with 462 yards, only 3.4 yards a carry though. Ray Rice got signed by the Jaguars. Very interesting. 3.8 yards a carry for him, 338 yards. And then Jonathan Grimes leading the way for the Texans with 310 yards, 3.8 yards a carry. If we're looking at rushing touchdowns, we got 5 for Daniel Herron, 4 for Sankey, 3 for Frank Gore, and 3 for Mariota. Chris Polka, player I like quite a bit, with 2. Ray Rice with 2, and Denard Robinson with 2 as well. Receiving, Andre Johnson leading the way with 33 catches, tied with Allen Robinson and James Jones. So every team represented here except for the Titans. T.Y. Hilton with 31 catches, DeAndre Hopkins with 30, Bishop Sankey leading the way for the Titans out of the backfield with 29 here, 25 for Julius Thomas, 23 for Blackman. And then we got to go way down here to Delaney Walker and then Green Beckham before we find our wide receiver. In terms of touchdowns, we got 4 for Allen Robinson, 3 for James Jones, 3 for T.Y. Hilton, 2 for Sankey, 2 for Thomas. You know what? We have a bunch of players here with 2. Let's just scroll through pretty quickly there. See those guys. Jalen Strong for the Texans, another rookie there with 2 as well, with Green Beckham there. DeQuell Jackson leading the way, 56 total tackles. Huff, 54 on that list. Our defense needs to get better. That should not be the case. 7 sacks for J.J. Watt, 5 for Newsome, 4 for Derek Morgan, 3.5 for Ryan Davis, 3 for Odrick, 2.5 for Kerr, Curry, and Smith, 2 for Wilfork with the Texans now. Good pickup for them. Henry Anderson, the rookie, with 2, and Chris Smith with 2, and Mathis with 2. Interceptions. We got 3 for Vontae Davis, 3 for Podlesny, 2 for Lowry, 2 for Huff, and 2 for Jackson. Fumbles forced. See what we got. 2 for Watt, 2 for Howell, 2 for Toller, and 2 for Brown. Fumbles recovered. 2 for Howell, 2 for Brown. Blocks. No blocks. 1 safety for Odrick. And touchdowns. No defensive touchdowns in the division yet. We'll check out special teams. And the next week, I think we'll probably check out the league leaders and everything. Let's check out kick returns. Doesn't look like anybody has returned a kick for a touchdown in the division. Punt returns. Nobody has returned a punt for a touchdown in the division either. Guys, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. It definitely helps me out a lot. And oh, wait. We need to check out the lineup for the Falcons. I almost forgot. I didn't do it. We're all good. We all good. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. Falcons, where are you at? All right, Matt Ryan leading the way, 89 overall. Sean Renfrey, the backup, and TJ Yates, the backup. Devonta Freeman going to be the running back with Antone Smith. Fullback, they have DeMarco. Wide receiver, Julio Jones, Roddy White, Hankerson, Hester. I know we've already seen the lineup in the preseason, I believe. But that's okay. Jacob Tammy down there as well. Jake Matthews at left tackle there. Asamoah, a player I like a lot, at left guard. Center. Not a great offensive line here. I'm really hoping our defense is going to be able to put a lot of pressure on Matt Ryan. And to be honest, that's probably a very big reason as to why this team is struggling like they are. You know, they definitely have a good quarterback to lead them out of a 1-5 record. So the fact that you see these kind of stats, you know, not a great defense either. This is definitely a team that we are capable of beating. So I'm hoping that we can come through and pick up the victory here. Let's see what else we got. Did we play him in the preseason? I think we did. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Looks familiar, though. Hester and Weems returning kicks. Hester and Weems returning punts. Guys, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button. And I'll see you guys in Week 7 as we take on the Falcons. Later.